Hey guys, it's Tracy. Welcome to today's video. I am so glad that you are all here and watching today's craft. Now guys, I am streaming on YouTube as well as on my Facebook page and also in the Craft Around the Clock group. And so there is going to be someone that is going to share me over there as well. So welcome if you are just coming in. I am so glad to see you guys today. So let me know where you're watching from and let me know when you hop on. Yeah, just let me know when you're hopping on. Hello, hello. I'm so glad that you are all here. Again, my name is Tracy and I craft here at Country Charm by Tracy. I am so glad that you are all here. And so like I said, I just want to turn that down because I want to make sure that you can hear me, but yet I don't want to hear myself. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are crafting today. And so I am so glad that you are all here. Like I said, I am on my my Mevos, where that's my streaming camera, and so I am going to be doing a craft with you, and I'm crafting on you could see me on Facebook if there's a red live button. You could see me on YouTube if you see the red live button, and then also it is my segment of Craft Around the Clock. And so Craft Around the Clock, if you're not familiar with it, that is just a free group that you can watch 24/7 crafting. And so I am so glad that you guys are here today. Thank you so very much for being here today. Hello, hello, hello. Since I am streaming on both, I'm so glad to be able to maybe connect with y'all more, bring more crafting to y'all and that kind of thing. So guys, let me go ahead and show you what we're going to be doing today. I am going to be, you can see my table and you can also see me up here in the corner. Hello, hello, hi. I am so glad to see so many of my sweet friends here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Okay, guys. Now I am making a special gift for a special someone. And so I decided to do that on my segment of Craft Around the Clock today, guys. So I'm really excited about this, and I hope that, you know, some of my ideas inspire you or give you different ideas, you know, to create something for yourself, okay? All right. So I prepped a little bit, you know, since I'm on my segment of Craft Around the Clock, you know, just to make sure that I get finished. But what I'm starting with is this vase right here. Now, this is an 11 by 14 wood panel, and I picked it up at the Dollar Tree Plus section, and so it was $3, and so I like it. It's very lightweight, but it's wood, and so that is what I am using with this. And so then also I'm very happy because I tested this out. If you've been watching me for a little while, I was trying to master that Elmer's School Glue Crackle. For whatever reason, I could not master it. And so I did I did test it out on this one, and I am so glad because I just love it. And so this is an unfinished cross that I'm going to be using to make it look like this. But this is the one that I tested out just to see, is it going to work? Now, this cross right here came from King Dollar. And so I'm in Texas, and so King Dollar is a dollar store that I have in my area of Texas. If you're interested to see if it's in your area, you can go to kingdollar.com. And I'm not affiliated, I'm not sponsored or anything, but if you want to see if it's in your area, they have a store locator, that kind of thing. Okay, so let me just put this to the side, and I need to go ahead and do my cross. Also, what I'm going to be using is some of this, because the person I'm giving this to is Rustic and likes turquoise and all that stuff. So I've already cut my paper down, and I'm going to be adhering that inside of there. And then I'm going to be putting the blessed on there just like that. Now I pulled out some of these. I, got when Hobby Lobby had these on sale. You know, what was it? Like 80–90% off. And this is a little thankful, grateful, and blessed. So I pulled out a bless. I love these little words like this. Now, if you don't have something like this and you want to make something similar, Dollar Tree has some different kind of wording, or you can use your Cricut, or you can, you know, draw something out, or use some stickers or something else that I'm not even thinking of. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do is paint my cross. I'm going to use espresso. This is just an acrylic paint that I'm going to use. And go ahead and get this painted. Hey guys, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Oops. Need to shake that up. That's not good. It's a little watery. A little watery. So, all right. So I have Facebook over here on my iPad, and I have YouTube here on my desktop. So I'm like trying to watch and, you know, just to make sure that I can see everyone and everyone can see me. And so let's see. We are going to, and you know, did I just... I did. Because I painted this morning, and so I went ahead and I washed out my brushes, and I guess I left them in the bathroom. I left my jar in the bathroom. That's okay. We're just going to go with this, and we're going to just, you know, just use a little cut. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paint the sides. And this is just very thin wood. Like I said, I got this cross at King Dollar. Now, King Dollar is a store. I did have a sweet friend in California say that they have a King Dollar there. So I'm not sure if it's the same one that's here in Texas, or if it's, you know, a different store that's called King Dollar. But so many different states and so many different areas have a lot of different stores that not all the states have. And so anyway, King Dollar has a section that has, they're called Angel Crafts. I think that's the brand name. And they have really cute stuff, you know, like, but I don't even know what they're up to now. Like, it's called King Dollar, which, yes, they used to be $1, but now I think the last time I was there, they were like $1.59 each. So anyway, beggars can't be choosy, I guess. So usually, guys, when I paint the sides, and then I lay it down on, you know, on my paper or on my table, and then I paint the top. That's just kind of like my way of how I do it. And so this board is very thin, so it's very porous. I guess that's what I meant to say. So it's not going to take very long at all. I'm not quite sure what kind of plywood it is, if it's birch or that Luan or whatever it's called. Okay. All right, so let me put that to the side. And I cut my finger this morning. I was making me a egg McMuffin for my breakfast. And so, you know, sometimes the muffins don't, you know, pull apart very easy. So I got my serrated knife. Well, of course, I cut my finger. Well, it's on my ring finger and my Band-Aid. So I put a Band-Aid on it. And I keep thinking that my ring is on my knuckle. I keep trying to push the Band-Aid down like my ring is like, you know how like your ring kind of slides up a little bit. I don't know. I'm really weird today. Very, very, very weird today. Anyway, so I hope that you are all doing well. I hope that you are all doing well. Thank y'all so much for watching, no matter if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, if you're watching later on the replay. The majority of my friends do watch on the replay, so I so appreciate you. I do get comments all of the time from videos from years back. I just got one today on an Easter video that I did on some Easter bunnies, asking for sizes of some pickets that I did. And I'm like, oh gosh, I did that like 2 or 3 years ago. So that's the beauty of social media, because it just stays on there. It does. It stays on there. So I'm going to put that to the side just for a second. So I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to work on this. So like I said, of course, this, you know, paper came from Hobby Lobby. And I've already trimmed it down so that it will, you know, fit inside my little board. And so I like these little boards. They're very lightweight and they're very, let's see, what kind of glue do I want to use? Very lightweight and very pretty inexpensive. Like this gift right here will not cost me that much because of, you know, this $3. And then I don't know what that was, like $1.59, I guess. And so anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of this glue on here. Just using my Fabri-Tac glue right here. And guys, please forgive me. I do not do very well with reading comments and crafting. I get very sidetracked and just do, I'm like squirrel. So I so appreciate you being here either on Facebook watching or being on YouTube watching. Guys, I love you and I am so appreciative. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side. So I just cut that part off. So like this, my cross is going to go in the center right here. And so what I did is I have these tumbling tower blocks. Now, if you are like me and you love to add dimension add dimension to your projects, I love these tumbling tower blocks. Now, these are the bigger ones that we can get at Five Below. Five Below, these are the larger ones instead of, you know, just the smaller ones that the Dollar Tree has. These are like the bigger ones. And so just sharing that tip with you because these, I've already stained them with my antique wax, which I like to do. I forgot to say that I did that with my board as well. I've already done my little antique wax. And so the tumbling tower blocks are this exact same size. Anyway, so I like a little dimension to lift up my cross. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. Okay. And then I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if I'm going to paint my bless because this is just the raw wood. It looks like it's laser cut. It has like the little brown on the end, but I might enhance it a little bit with my distress ink, but we'll see. Okay. So then also what I wanted to say is, because let's see, let me glue down this little part right here. Because this scrapbook paper is not long enough, what I'm going to do is, hello. Try to get up underneath there. What I'm going to do is kind of decorate. Decorate. There we go. Okay, so like I said, my cross is going to go in there, and then the bless is going to go in there, and then I have some stuff that I'm going to put on the top right there. All right, so let's put this to the side. So I hope you're all doing well today on this Thursday. It is a gorgeous sunny day here in Southeast Texas in my area of Brenham. And so, yeah, I was really excited when I saw sunshine on the forecast today. Okay, so I am using the crackle technique. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I do love the crackle. And what I would usually use is the actual crackle medium, you know, that you can get at the craft store. Now, since I've been crackling for many years, like painting and crackling, they have changed the formula or something in the crackle because I cannot get these big cracks anymore. I don't know, a year or so ago, I actually wrote to the company, never heard back from them, and said, I've been using your product for many years. It's not giving me the crackle. And so I'm just saying, I know what it's supposed to do. I do. I know what it's supposed to do. So I'm so glad that a friend shared about this Elmer's glue. Now I have tried to do some cracks on some cardboard, and I guess I didn't do it right because I didn't get these big cracks like this. So what, this is just regular Elmer's school glue, any kind of, I guess any kind of glue. I just had this. And so I've watched a couple of YouTube videos, and then I see some of my Facebook friends that are using this method. And so I'm like, okay, I know I can do it. I can do it. So I think the key is to not let it dry all the way, to just have it be sticky or, you know, clammy. Something like that. So anyways, so I'm just going to have it be like that. And then for the top coat, I'm going to use my plaster. I love plaster as my top coat. My bottom coat is espresso. That's just the color that I had on hand, and so I decided to use that. And so let me see. While that's drying just a little bit, I think what I want to do is just add, for the blessed, I am just going to add just a little bit of the distressing just around. I'm just using my favorite vintage photo, and I'm just going to leave it in the raw wood. I'm not going to paint it. Sometimes I like just the natural of this. These letters like this or words like this from Hobby Lobby, they're just so well done. And I'm just going to kind of go around and just add a little bit of distressing. Just a little. So it kind of gives a little color, but yet it's not solid like that. Hey everyone, I see y'all coming in. Thank y'all for watching either on Facebook, YouTube, or if you're watching in the Craft Around the Clock group. This is my Craft Around the Clock segment for this week, or if you're watching in another group that has been shared with you, I do appreciate it. I am so glad to be here with you crafting. Now, I hope that I get this right. So, just taking a big brush. Uh-oh. Should I have let it dry a little bit more? I feel like I'm doing something for the first time. I guess I really am. Because I'm like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And so many sweet friends have left me, you know, comments to say, maybe you need to do this, you know, like you need to, maybe it needs to be tacky. That was the word I was looking for. It needs to be tacky. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I want to get the big cracks. Okay. And so, like I said, for a creator that has been doing this for, you know, a couple of years, you know, using the actual crackle medium, you know, I had to like completely let it dry, and then put my top coat on. So, but I think on this one, you don't let it dry all the way. So anyway. Okay, so guys, I will go back later and, you know, read all the comments, all the chat, all the everything. I'm just so glad that you were all here. Thank y'all for watching today. If you're watching on the replay, I'm crafting in real time, and so this is just a great way to kind of get to know me a little bit better, as well as, you know, kind of see, you know, how I do my crafts in real time. So I'm just hitting this with my heat tool here. And crackle is always, just depends. And I guess the more it dries, the more it's going to crack. The more it's going to crack. All right. Oh yes, we like to see them cracks, I tell ya. Yep. Love to see that. So I'm just so glad that, you know, some sweet friends suggested, hey, have you tried the Elmer's glue or the school glue method? And I hadn't. And so, you know, because I was a crackle medium girl. And so I'm like, nope, no, I haven't. And then when I could not get my cracks, you know, with the crackle medium, it was extremely frustrating, because when you're used to using the crackle medium for your painting and for all of that stuff, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, you're like, okay, have y'all changed the formula? Have y'all changed it? And actually, you know, I had some, you know, people reach out to me because I have, you know, several videos on YouTube that shows how to crackle, you know, signs and that kind of thing. And so it was, you know, they were a little frustrated because it wasn't working. And I'm like, I am so sorry, because I can't get it to work either. Okay, so that still needs to dry just a little bit more. All right. So, because I'm not quite ready for that yet. All right. So, also what I want to do is put up here, I already have a bow because I wasn't quite sure how much time I was going to have. I already made a bow to go at the top and put all my favorite stuff in, some burlap and some muslin and some you know, just different laces and trims and all that kind of thing. And so to kind of fill in the cracks a little, I'm using my favorite Excelsior. I love Excelsior. Now, every time I do a video and say something about Excelsior, someone asks, what is Excelsior? Well, it's just kind of like moss, but I love it in the, like, it's kind of like hay to me, and it just, it is messy though. So if you don't like mess, you might want to, you maybe not want to like this, or maybe you're not going to like this. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put some of this down so that it will kind of, you know, fill up this gap here. Just a little. And then we're just going to add just some flowers and just make this beautiful, simple little gift. I did have a sweet friend reach out and ask to have more craft videos, so I needed to do this one for a gift. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and do that as part of my craft around the clock. So and then I'm not sure if I will add any at the bottom. I may add some at in the corners. That may be what I add. But I want to get my cross on first, just to make sure. Okay. All right. So here are the flowers that I pulled out. Just to add a little bit of softness to it. Now these pink and whatever, I don't know, I've already taken the tag off, but they came from Hobby Lobby. These are cherry blossoms and they're white. They came from the Dollar Tree. So I thought that these will look really, really pretty just in here. So I'm going to take just a few of these off. thanks for watching the video today, guys. I am crafting with you in real time and just kind of sharing my thought process of what I do when I am doing a craft. Now, I do have, like I said, I am trying something out where I can stream to Facebook and to YouTube at the same time, because usually I would have to, you know, film on Facebook, and then I would have to download the video and then re-upload it to YouTube, and sometimes I would have to edit the video and it would just YouTube wouldn't work. Sometimes it takes hours. It would take hours. And so if you don't normally do that, you may not know that it does take that long. And so when Mevo, that's my streaming cameras, came out with the option of being able to stream to multiple destinations, I'm giving it a try. So I am still in my trial period, and so far I'm liking it, with the exception of I had scheduled my stream, like already scheduled it on my channel, on my YouTube channel. Well, I had it set for 1:30 p.m. Well, it kept changing it to 7:30 a.m. I don't know the reason why it was doing that. And so I just ended up deleting that one and then just making another one. So I'm not sure the reason why it was doing that. So if you're on YouTube and you saw a stream scheduled and then it was gone, that's the reason why, because it kept saying 7:30 a.m. I'm like, why did I put 7:30 a.m.? And so then I went in and edited it and changed it to 1:30 p.m. And then when I went back a little bit later, it changed. So then I don't know. I have to research a little bit more to see, is it like a time, you know, like time zone or something that I don't have set up right. So anyway, but we're here. We're good. So my bow is going to go right here. And so, like I said, I've already made this one up because I wasn't sure how much time I would have. So I wanted to make sure that I had that to show y'all what the little bow is going to look like. So I just wanted, you know, just a few flowers just to add the softness and enhance the cross a little bit. I'm just using some pink flowers and or I don't even, greenery and pink buds from Hobby Lobby. Those are like, you can find them all year round in their bouquet, their bushels, you know. And so anyway, that is going to be the top of, and then my bow is going to go right here. I'm loving it, guys, and I hope that you are too. Again, I am just, you know, I just want to inspire you just to create something, you know, for somebody special, you know, and just, you can, this actual panel is from the Dollar Tree Plus section, and this scrapbook paper is from, you know, Hobby Lobby. I just added some Excelsior there. And I thought about some pip berries. My friends know I love my pip berries, but I decided with the cherry blossoms and the little pink things as well. Okay, so this is a little wet on the sides. So I have to tell y'all a funny story about my son. My youngest son is 16. He's a sophomore. And, you know, he has been my child that has been, you know, Mom has been a crafter his whole entire life. Well, both of my boys, their whole entire life, I've been a crafter and have a plethora of craft supplies that you can make any craft project look fantabulous. Like you can make, I have supplies that, you know, if you want your project to rock, I mean, I have my Cricut, I have all kind of stickers, I have markers and paint and, you know, all kind of embellishments and all of that stuff. Well, you know, we're talking about a guy, but my oldest son, he took advantage of mom being a crafter. Like he was always like, sure, whatever I suggested, he went for it. He was on board. Not my youngest. He's like, no, he would have his own thought on things. So he had a project to do for English. He had to annotate a song, okay? And so he had told me about it, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And, you know, of course, things are different now. Like parents don't really know unless you go in and, you know, check the assignments. It's up to the student to know when they have projects and stuff due. And so he told me that he had this project due, but he just said he needed to annotate, how do you say that? A song. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, you need to make sure and get that done. Well, I didn't know what it entailed. Well, it entailed a poster and like, then he needed to annotate it and then he needed to draw stuff. Okay. Well, it was due, you know, Monday. Well, guess when he started on it? Sunday evening. Yes. And so he says, Mom, are you going to help me do my project? And I'm like, well, what project? No, I know what it was. We got the text from the teacher saying, project's due tomorrow. So I reminded him. He goes, oh yeah, I need to do that. Can you help me? And I'm like, well, what do you need to do? And so he goes, well, do you have any poster board? I'm like, okay, well, you need to go check, you know, and this is Sunday. I'm like, okay. So he picked, Big Green Tractor by Jason Aldean. And, so he, what I'm going to do is I am just going to, so these tumbling tower blocks are the perfect size for this board. And then also 5 of them fit perfect for the cross. I'm just going to give them some dimension, just a little bit of dimension. And like I said, if there's any questions or any comments, if anyone's new, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Like I said, I am streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and then wherever else it is shared into the groups. I so appreciate y'all being here. And I will go back and answer any questions, anything that I'm not clear about. Anyway, so he picked Big Green Tractor by Jason Aldean, and it has special, very special meaning to us as a family, because when he was younger, he's 16 and a sophomore in high school. And so when he was a baby, he did not nap much. He just was one of those children that, you know, once he got into the toddler stage, I'm just taking some E6000 as well as hot glue and making sure that my the E6000, you know, gives it the permanent hold, and then the hot glue is the one that gives me the instant hold. Anyway, and so when he was a toddler, he didn't sleep much. He didn't nap much. And so, just bring this in right there. And so that Big Green Tractor song was very popular at that time. And so we would have it on replay, on replay, in his room. And so it would come through like the baby monitor and stuff like that. So Big Green Tractor has always been very special to us. And so it was very interesting. I mean, it wasn't surprising, I guess, that he would pick that one. And so he had to actually do a poster presentation, guys. And he tells me this on Sunday. Poster presentation. He had to, we had to print out the song, and then he had to draw like some picture, he had to print some pictures. And so, like, if you are familiar with the song, it has the little, we printed out a beamer with a rag top, and then we printed out a dog wagging its tail. So now I'm just putting some E6000, and then I'm going to just put some little dots of hot glue, and I'm going to glue this in the center here. And so then he just does not take advantage of Mom's crafty supply of crafts. I'm like, Spencer, we could like make, like, you would be the envy of the classroom. I mean, I'm not trying to, toot my own horn or anything, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. When you are a crafter and your children have projects, you're like, oh gosh, I can help you with that. Okay, so my bow is going to go up here. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the Excelsior down here, just in the corners. So we got it done, and I helped him draw out some fireflies. Add that to the list. Of course, we printed out some tractor pictures and all of that, and then we just printed out the beamer with the rag top and all the dog wagging its tail and all of that stuff. Anyway, but he is just my child that definitely does not take advantage of my experience. And just in everything that we do, when we just try to teach our kids, like I tell them, you cannot teach experience, son. You cannot. So I'm going to put a little bit more of this pink down here. And I like the precision tip on the hot glue gun. And I know this is just a small hot glue gun, but I just like the precision tip. And so the other hot glue guns are just I don't like those big, nozzles. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So then yesterday I was, I was working, I was doing something, and I got a text from him. It was like 9:45 in the morning, and I guess that's when his English period is. He goes, hey, we have another project due. And I said, okay, because I was surprised, like, why are you telling me? And I said, well, when is it due? He said, March the 6th. And I went, okay, well then you have plenty of time to do it. And I said, what is it? Then he said, it's a real crafty project. And I went, oh, that's why he was buttering me up. And because this was, this project at the burning the midnight hour was still fresh on his mind. And so I was like, well, what is that? So he has to make a mask. Of like things that he wants people to know about, like on the front, things he wants people to know about him, which is not much because he's a pretty private person. He's a sophomore in high school. And on the back, you're supposed to, like, stuff you wouldn't want people to know. And I don't know. I just have, as a parent, I have a problem with that. I do. And so I'm like, well, what if you don't, isn't that like an invasion of privacy? I don't know. Anyway, so, I know in today's world and social media, everything's out everywhere, but it's like, why would you, I don't know. Anyway, guys, this is how my cross is looking. And so, my bow is going to go right up there. I hope that y'all love this as much as I do. Oh my goodness, I love this. I'm going to have to get some more of these boards from the Dollar Tree Plus section. Okay, so for my bow, let me show y'all just real quick. Real quick. Something went flying. I don't know. Probably one of my trims. Nope. Something else went. Okay. So in my bow, so this is what I did for my bow. I have some of this frayed burlap from Hobby Lobby. And so I measured it out about 7 inches, and it's frayed on the ends. And so just to, you know, fray it, you know, where it's all kind of looks cohesive, I just took some of that little burlap out like that. So I cut 2 of those. Thank y'all so much for your sweet comments. Like I said, I promise I'll go back later and answer any questions. Welcome anyone who's new. And I just so appreciate y'all being here. And I'm just excited to be able to live stream with y'all on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time, so that, you know, I can craft with you more. That is my whole idea, is I just want to be able to be more accessible to y'all. Okay, so this right here is from Hobby Lobby as well, in their ribbons by the roll section, like in the wedding section. Usually that's where I find it, and I just like it. It's Dollar Tree did have some like this, like that was maybe ivory and then maybe green, but I did not have very much luck finding it. So anyway, I was excited when I found that. Anyway, but I do have on YouTube, I do have some collaborations coming up that I'm really excited about. I am, next Wednesday, the 15th, I am going to be doing a collaboration with some fellow YouTubers. They asked me to do some spring DIYs with them. So I'm going to be uploading, that's going to be a pre-recorded video. And then Sweet Courtney from Creative on the Cheap asked me to be in their mystery box challenge for this round. And so if you're watching on YouTube, you may be familiar with the mystery box challenge that Creative on the Cheap has. She has like several core YouTubers that she puts together, and then they send a box to each other. I think they do it every other month. And so I'm excited to be doing that with them this round, this time. That's what I'm very excited about. So for my bow here, I am just going to cut a couple of trims. Just get my trims from wherever, Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Anyway, so I've already sent my box out. I'm not going to say who I did to, because we're not supposed to. And then I'm supposed to be getting my box today. I got the notice already. And so I need to get busy, and we'll be doing the mystery box. And that is going to be hitting our channels on February the 24th. February 24th. And so February 15th, I'm doing a collaboration, spring DIY, and then on the 24th. Okay, so then also I've already done this. I've already cut some strips of muslin fabric, as well as some cheesecloth that's been coffee stained. And so then here, real quick, let me show you this. Now I like when they have, Walmart has their ribbon, like after Christmas, this is wired. It's like in their bows, like gift wrapping and stuff. And so I just love using this. I'm just making just a little 2-loop bow. I'll trim those off later. And so, ooh, I need just a little piece of fabric to tie it all off. So my point is I'm going to be very busy this spring season. So I would love it if you would follow me on my Facebook as well as on my YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel because there's going to be lots of fun stuff coming up. So I'm just kind of layering this. And then I just took a piece of muslin fabric, and then that is what I'm going to tie everything off in the middle. Just tying everything off. Everyone has their own ways that they make their bows. And we all learn differently. But I'm just so grateful that you all joined me today for my segment of Craft Round the Clock. If you're watching on Facebook, and then also if you're watching on YouTube, I do have the link to Craft Round the Clock if you would like to check it out. There is crafting 24/7, either live or on the replay. There's also fantabulous pictures of everyone's creations. And then if you're just, needing a little inspiration, if you just need a little inspiration, you can just go in there and you can just be inspired to create something. So my bow's going to go right here. I probably will staple it with my little stapler. Just like that. So anyway, I am so glad that we got finished with our craft, and I am just going to tack this just real quick so I can hold it up and show you. This turned out so good. So there is going to be another crafter coming up in Craft Round the Clock. I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for watching either on YouTube or on Facebook. God bless you, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.